Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This will get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of some sizable financial wobbles in both China and the US. But first in China, Moody's has raised its estimate of growth in 2020 from 1% to 1.9%. But it has downgraded 2020 economic activity forecast for all the other major economies, seeing 2020 contraction in the global economy at 4.6%, which is worse than their last estimate. Concern about tighter liquidity in China is reverberating through the country's financial markets. Their government bond yields have risen from 2.5% in April to almost 3.1% now. Their stock market rally has completely run out of puff, and that's since early July, and the yuan has strengthened to its highest level since January. And now their central bank has revealed that in the past 2 weeks it has made emergency liquidity injections into their banking system of $400 billion. China's food security concerns have risen too in the southern part of the country, where they're facing a locust plague. Late on Friday, the US dollar had a sharp fall, but really just adding to a recent trend that started in early April as the pandemic set in. It is now at its lowest level in 2 years and lower than 4 years ago too. A cheaper US dollar makes US assets easier for outsiders to buy and partly explains why Wall Street values have been rising. A Fed that is loosening its focus on inflation may be the driver for this latest decline. It also helps explain why commodity prices have been rising, from iron ore to precious metals, and why the Chinese currency is now at its highest level of the year. In Europe, economic confidence continues to improve in August, with companies from manufacturing to services benefiting from higher demand following the end of their pandemic lockdowns. It was a fourth consecutive rise and better than expected, with the service sector giving a recent boost. One trend in the consumer part of these surveys, however, is that people are more worried about their job prospects. US Treasury 10-year yield will start the week at 0.72%. The price of gold rose in final trade last week to be up $36 to $1,964 an ounce, and essentially repricing based on the currency shift. Oil prices are little changed today at just under $43 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just over $45.50 a barrel. However, the US dollar sunk rather dramatically at the end of the week, and that has pushed the Kiwi dollar sharply higher, up almost a full cent to over 67.4 US cents, and a sudden appreciation of 1.3%. That's its highest in more than a year, and probably annoys the RBNZ. Against the Australian dollar, we're a little firmer too, at 91.5 Australian cents. Against the euro, up to 56.7 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is up to almost 70 and a one-month high. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.